And welcome to another beautiful reading. This has to do with your past. Now, after yesterday's energy, which was a little bit confusing, it took me most of the day to get out of that mindset of feeling like I'm walking through wrong doors. I'm going to cleanse the energy before I start. I'm going to use these beautiful symbols for the first time. They do make a loud enough noise, as you probably know if you've listened to Baba Jolie. So please, be careful of your ears. I'm going to go and do three beautiful sounds just to clear the energy and start from a different place than yesterday, okay? Here we go. Okay, so yes, that was very loud. I felt it all the way, I felt it shaking in my brain, which is good. It's my brain needed to be shook after yesterday. Alright, so today's energy is your past, how that is affecting you right now. You have the rock bottom card, you have the field of dream cards, you have the integrate your knowing. Rock bottom is a place of great development. It's coming out of the place of the devil. It's when you don't really know what the heck you're supposed to be doing and how to get out of it. I've been at this space a few times in my life where I thought, yeah, I don't think I've ever been quite there, but I feel like I'm there now. And I've always managed to find a way out. Little something that the Spirit wants you to know is that a lot of us, or most of us, do find our way out of rock bottom. Rock bottom is there to make us stop long enough to figure out solutions to the problems that maybe we haven't been dealing with, or that have been in our general field of energy for way too long. Out of the ashes of the rock bottom, the phoenix rises and flies. And when it flies, it starts putting these great big eggs of intention and goals and dreams in this field of dreams. Integrate your knowing in the middle is saying exactly that. It's saying that from knowing of this happens. So your past, as I keep repeating to you constantly, does play a very big role and a very big part in the future that you create for yourself. And that is a good thing, even though it may not always feel like it when we first start looking at things from this perspective. So, we're going to start with the rock bottom card. And as difficult as it may be to accept, it seems that you've reached a point where you can go no further in the same manner in which you had been doing things. Perhaps you had hit a proverbial brick wall, or experienced a deep sense of loss and didn't know where to turn. But the old way of doing things needed to be discarded fully in order to move onward and upward. A new direction and a new strategy were called for. I'm saying in a past tense here, Pisces, because I do believe that this may have been something that you've already been through since both of these came out together. And it's showing of your past, not of your present. The only way out was through surrender, to accept things the way they were and admit that you had no idea what to do next. If you had waited in that heartfelt moment of release, then the stairway appeared like magic, and all manner of synchronicities showed up the way and showed you a way to the higher ground. The rock bottom card was a sign that a miracle was about to occur, but only if you had let go completely. And I believe that that is the miracle of rock bottom. It really does show you something fantastic. Now is also the perfect time to harness the field of vast potential not yet realized in your life. Great abundance is yours if you're willing to do the work alongside the gentle gardener. Now you can be clear about your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs after this card, right? Concentrate on your best life regardless of the temporary outer conditions imposed upon you by the greater world, which already has its own story to tell. You have a basket full of seeds that are quite powerful, for your talents are divinely inspired and will indeed lead to a great harvest to be shared with others. We're talking about your past. This is your future, okay? You will reap what you have sown. Dream big, dream beautiful, take action, and tend to the garden of your life, and experience the extraordinary. So, very deep here. It's explaining to you how your past has affected and is going to affect your future. You are a spiritual being with animal instincts and resources inside you to totally rock this life. Animal instincts gets you out of rock bottom too, eh? Integrate all of your wisdom as you navigate your current situation. And there's a fox here. Okay, in this card. The fox has many traits that guide his joyful life. He's clever and cunning, aloof yet adorable, instinctual, wise and creative, and he calls upon all of these diverse aspects of self to calibrate his inner guidance system. He lives and moves as a whole being, and that is where his magic lies. His wholeness will be more compelling than any other aspect of you. Your answer lies in adding your options together, these to make these, okay? And in making something new out of them. There's no need to pick a single alternative, nor to niche and focus on one tiny aspect of who you are. Your pure integrated essence radiates magic like nothing else does. It's time to infuse your book, knowledge, with your own innate wisdom. Meditate on your situation anew, refusing to fixate on past negative memories and choosing to focus on present possibilities. Spending time in quiet reflection will allow you to really hear what your whole heart advises. Okay? So this is telling you to take time and really introspect on your inner sage. Are you happy where you're headed? Are you living a life that feels soul satisfying? Okay? Are you cutting off important aspects of you that need to be integrated into your plan out of fear? So this is all really good advice. I love that all these cards came in from your past to help you maneuver into your future. I feel they're very intense and good to your movement forward. Let's see here. What card? I'm going to take the Wisdom Keeper Oracle deck. I'm going to pull one card from this, and I'm going to pull some tarot. I picked the before and after tarot cards to work from today. Because I felt the before and after here. And I really didn't notice that until after I picked the cards, but it felt right, and well, that's the way I work. It feels right, I do it that way, right? Right. All right. Right. So let's take from the Wisdom Keepers. These are humongous cards, but one came out perfect. Ooh, altruism, and it's number 927. By the way, these are beautiful cards, and they really speak, especially with the face is on them. They're so, so beautiful. They have, she has a dream catcher on her nose. I love it. Oh, and it opened right to the page. So this was definitely the card. To give to others simply for the sake of giving activates healthy currents deep within your body. All right, so my wisdom story. My people look down upon selfishness. Status and respect were earned through generous giving and personal sacrifice, not through self-centered accumulating and individual achievement. From the moment I could hold something in my hands, I learned to give it away. On birthdays, I gave gifts to my guests. When participating in ceremony, I gave gifts to my teacher and those around me. When I became a young woman, I served my family willingly and without complaint. But there were times when I was expected to give, and I felt taken advantage of and disrespected. Even though I felt angry and resentful inside, I gave anyway, because that's what community members did. Sometimes I found myself giving because I secretly wanted something from someone else. Their respect, their love, their admiration, and their gratitude. Once I worked for several days preparing a meal for the whole village when I really wanted to be doing was swimming in the river with my brothers. My self-sacrifice seemed to go unnoticed and unappreciated. Without realizing it, I pounded my frustrations into the tortillas that I made. When some of the villagers got ill after the meal, I felt just horrible. As I was about to confess to the elders that my self-centered heart had poisoned the food, my grandmother, a master gardener, stood up and told the community that she hadn't properly tended to the corn, and that the bellyaches were her fault. Then she winked at me and pointed me in the direction of the river. That evening, as I floated and looked up at the moon, I realized that my grandmother had taught me the meaning of true altruism. It is time to look honestly at your relationship to giving. Are you giving from your heart? Are you giving away your power? Are you giving without attachment or with a hidden agenda? What did you learn during the first 7 years of your life about selfishness and selflessness? I ask you to be intuitive in your giving. Give to causes and to people who are fertile, who can make use of the gift they receive. If you are feeling angry or resentful, do not give. Not yet. Wait until your heart opens. Practice random acts of kindness whenever possible, and your sincere altruism will bring more joy and abundance into your life than you can possibly imagine. Okay, so the questions here they're asking is, where are you sacrificing yourself in ways that aren't healthy for you? Where are you giving with strings? Have you ever given too much of yourself and then resented it later? How can you better care for yourself so you can give from a full cup? Where and with whom do you find it most difficult to set healthy limits? Where and with whom do you tend towards selfishness? If you aren't feeling so guilty, what might you do differently or do less of? When have you felt the most selfless in your actions? What are you feeling genuinely grateful for right now? Do something nice for someone today without them knowing it. It's good for your health. There you go, Pisces. So, this is letting me know that a lot of you may have given too much, but some of it may be in hopes that you are going to get something back. This is, for me, always the card of looking on how you can give of yourself without expectation, without, it's a give and take, but in a fairer way, if you can, if that makes any sense. It's in the way where you don't feel that it's something that's expected of you. When you are giving, I was told something just recently. It went like this. when your fun becomes work, your work is done. And I feel that this applies for a lot of that. In other words, if you're doing that as work so that you can accomplish something, or somebody can give back to you something that you want, then this that you're doing is just working for, to get to a goal. You should live your life with something that you are passionate about. If you want to give passionately. I now sometimes, I at one point, not large amounts, because I don't have large amounts, but if somebody needed a loan, a friend, I give them what I can. Not what sometimes they want. But when I give it, I don't give it expecting anything in return. I don't loan to friends, never have. If I have it to give, I give. And as I said, I don't hold any resentment. I don't expect them to do me a favor. I don't expect anything from it. But if I don't have it, I don't give it because I feel that it's, I have to give. So this is what they're saying. Be true to you. Give when you are ready to give. Give what you can give. And make sure it comes from the heart. Do the same with your life. Build a life not based on goals or what it can get you back. Do it because you know it's going to give you back something good. It's going to make you feel well. I hope that made sense. All right. So this is the Before Tarot. I'm going to start with this one. I have Temperance. The Ace of Cups. Yeah. The 6. Yep. Okay. Alright. So I got all the cards I need. It's really saying, this Ace of Cups, it's renewable, right? Give something that's going to renew you, not take away from you. Because when you give, and you give from a place where you're expecting something back, or you're just giving in a space of, oh, do I really have to again? This is not renewable energy. This is vampire-like energy. It's taking life out of you. It's taking the blessing of the act away from you. It's the same as when we go to work to get money, not joy. And I know a lot of us need to do it, and that's fine. I did it for many, many years, and I may have to do it again. But I want to get to the act of trying the most possible ways that anything that I do in my life, even if it's to get something back, such as funds to live, that I will do it in a place of joy, or try to get as much joy out of it so that there's a give and take of emotions there, so that it replenishes me to some point. This is the same thing right here, okay? She's getting replenished. If you see, she's filling her cup. You need to fill your cup. You can't just be dumping your cup in other people's cup. You need to fill your cup. You need to be selfish. And that is what this is, okay? Because you are being selfish if you're giving and feeling bad about it. It's a wrong word. It's not selfish. I don't know, it's like a reverse of things. And that's what we've been talking about a lot this week with the cards. A slow up feels like it's not getting you anywhere, but the universe is working behind the scenes. Your past, the rock bottom may have felt like a complete failure, but now it's working in to make you go forward. Being selfish is sometimes better than giving and feeling bad about it, because it doesn't really, it's not elevating anybody's place. It's not done with love. It's not done with the right energy. It's done for a perception of things. And that's where the hangman is right here, right? It's time to get a different perception of things. He is getting his crown. He's getting his, this is about ego. You don't want to do it on an ego point of view, because it's just going to block you up. You need to drink from one of these cups. Okay? He's drinking from one of the cups. Filling the cup, drinking the cup, replenishing the cup. Don't go from ego. It's going to get you blocked. Work through a different kind of perspection. It's time to hang. It's time to be the hangman. It's time to go hang and see, where am I coming from? I guess that would be the big message. Anything I do, good or bad, where is it coming from? Okay? When you lash out at people for a reason, is it coming from a place of insecurity? Deal with it. When you're giving to people but it feels like a chore, where am I coming from? Is it a sense of duty, or what I've seen other people do, or I'll think that people will think less of me? Where is it coming from? Are you just doing things? Don't just do things to do them because you think that's what everything else around you wants, or that's how the world works. Go inside and figure out what is right for you. The Seven of Cups. Look at this dude. I love it. Look, he's got he can't see. He can't see, and he's not looking at the choices right now. It's almost like he's saying, surprise me. But I feel it's more like the universe is going to surprise you with choices. And more choices than you've ever had, as soon as you start understanding the nuances of everything. Okay? Because you'd think usually this card would be like, they're giving. They give to a fault. If you're giving to a fault from a place of the heart, that's fine. But if you're giving because you think that's what people expect of you, that's false. So study your motives, okay? Figure out your motives of why you're doing things. What brought you to rock bottom. And don't expect yourself to be... I like this example because it really puts into the face of people who are seen as just the most generous in the world, and they're always giving and giving and giving and giving because they want to be seen as a saint, as somebody who's, that's just the way they are. So I like that. I do like that. Give from a place that's meaningful to you. Okay? And if you need to be selfish and take care of you, that's okay too. You need to take care of yourself. If you can't come from a place of love because you have taken no self-time, then what's the point? What's the point? A miserable giver? It's not genuine. Okay, so I'm going to take the starseed here. Why not? We've gone deep, might as well go deeper, right, Pisces? Why not? Why not? It is that kind of month, isn't it? Sure feels that way. Sure feels that way. I had to do a lot of energy clearing this month. A lot of energy clearing. It really gets thick, humid, heavy. Dealing with all the shadow corners of everything. That's really what it is. Oh, you're not for everyone. I love this.